From one regulator to yet another regulator, and this time we want to take the regulator who is in charge of our Nigerian oil and gas midstream, downstream petroleum regulations. So speak on behalf of the Authority Chief Executive Engineer Ahmed. Farouq, please welcome on stage with us Executive Director, Hydrocarbon Processing Plants, Installations and Transport Infrastructure. Let's welcome Mr. Francis Ogaree.
Good morning, the Chairman and Board of Directors of Aradel Holdings, as you're now called, top management, captains of industry, gentlemen of the press, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. But before I go further, I need to recognize my mentor, my father, my brother, Chief Oyibo, who is present here. Without him, I won't be standing here today. So help me welcome him with a round of applause, please. My name, as the MCs introduced to you, is Francis, I'll put the middle one, Alabo Ogaree. I'm the Executive Director, Hydrocarbon Processing Plants, Installation and Transportation Infrastructure. That name, like the MC said earlier, is a very long name. I'll try to break it down as I go further. I'm here to represent the Authority Chief Executive of NMDPRA, and he also sent his sincere apologies for not being here in person. He has to be somewhere else with the President, and I know at the present, the President is launching the GIP for the 350 megawatts in Guagadada in Abuja. So please accept his sincere apologies. So back to what they said before I go into the Goodwill speech. The MC said my title or designation is very long. So let me break it down. When the PIA was passed in August 2021, please, the importance of the midstream and downstream was highly emphasized. Before in our industry, we were used to the upstream and the downstream. But without the engine of the midstream, a lot of these downstream businesses won't take place. So the Directorate of HPPIT, as we've come to call ourselves, back in the office, they call us Director of Happy. And it's synonymous because we have made a lot of downstream players happy with the way we execute our job, and NDEP, now Aradel, can attest to that. My brother there seated will say what we've done to move his business forward. So I want to thank you for the cooperation. Again, to say a little thing about NMDPRA when it came into existence through the powers of the PIA. The A said, we are going to be a friendly, firm, but flexible. And a lot of people seated here will attest to that. We are also in the business of enabling your business. And we've seen your giant step from 1 to 5 to 10 in your modular refineries. And you also can attest to that. We helped in moving you forward. We've set out a lot of regulations, 12 or 20 gazetted now. Each one tells you how you can do business with us. We are not the usual, what I call, showstoppers. We are show enablers. So I want you to take that message to the industry that that's what the ACE wants. So it's not a night for switch like the chairman, if I take a cue from you. It's a night of celebration because we are bringing out not a new baby as such. It's a grown-up baby, but a baby that has attained heights and really to jump more. A poll voter goes from one level to the other. So you are, as Aradel Holding now, I believe, you are ready with your poll stick to go higher. So to cut things short, I'll just send the general Goodwill message the ACE has asked me to deliver to you. The Nigerian Midstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, which is to recognize the excellence set by the Niger Delta Exploration and Production, PLC, and all its subsidiaries in the upstream and midstream sectors of the oil and gas operations in Nigeria over the last 3 decades, as was mentioned earlier on by the chairman. NMDPRA is fully aware of NDEP's investment in the midstream sector, which is the authority's purview, comprising a gas processing plant, transportation infrastructure, and modular refinery. Your pioneering courage in the space of a private refinery, where your contribution to the domestic market in the supply of NGO, naphtha, HHK, and fuel oil. And lately, because you moved from one train to a higher train, you are going to PMS. Again, this is exciting for us because we know about the PMS need. In the light of the regulation, we have someone who can. And because I oversee quite a lot of modular refinery come up, and I still see a lot of them coming up, the push has been, yes, you can produce all those blends, but we want to see you produce PMS to meet the yearning needs of Nigeria and to cut down importation. I was at Dangote 2 weeks ago, and I saw the progress they are making, and we are encouraging them by giving them the necessary permits and licenses and guiding them through the regulations so they can speed up things. Like I said, we are here for enabling your business, and we also know your phenomenal growth from 1,000 to 5,000 and now 10,000 BPSD, which is barrel of petroleum stream per day. And the good thing about it is that you have your oil, that your crude. So you've become an integrated company from upstream to midstream and downstream, which is very cheering to me. And the chairman and the ACE would like to encourage that, because we have had situation with modular refineries where they have issues with domestic crude supply. For your company, it's unique that you have the marginal fields, and like I heard my brother Simbi said, you've moved to about 11,000 barrels per day, but I hope that's not your plateau, because with more studies, more drilling, I know you can raise that plateau. But that's with my upstream brothers. So you're rebranding today as Aradel Holding. He wants you to sustain the pace in value addition, capacity building, and investment in the midstream, just as NDEP has done. So we want to tax you on that you will go further. Like I make the example of the poll voter, you need to jump higher, and I know you can jump higher with the dexterity and commitment you have shown over the last 30 years. So, permit me to use this medium to honor your founding chairman, late Chief Godwin Adams, who incidentally, can I have a round of applause, and then, who incidentally is also one of my mentors while I was still in NMPC. And I also want to thank the group managing director. I want to thank the chairman, not in that order, and all members of staff who had brought you to your standing today. And I know somebody said hard work doesn't kill. It only makes you better. And I know from here, the sky, they say, is the limit, but we've gone beyond the sky now, so we can head up to Mars. So Mars should be the limit now. So on behalf of my ACE and NMDPRA staff, we want to applaud you, your commitment towards remaining steadfast in your pursuit of excellence, which is what you're doing, and to increase your value creation to the benefit of the nation And to the pride of our president, Chief Bola Tinubu, thank you for listening.